Oh, right to this.
That was good, buddy.
Still a good
That was better. You got a pin now. Relax. That's better. And then you have to maintain it, right? So in other words, don't do this
And let go.
and then let go, right? Because what we're doing, what are we doing here when we're doing this technique?
Crashing people. Basically, when they crash it, delaying the hit. So the counter in a way.
It could be a counter, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a counter.
First
If
action.
you jab, then I could do it, right? Jab and
Uh-huh.
that could be my counter, right?
Yes.
Put your hands up. If your hands are up, I can also do it from there. You
Okay.
see?
Yes.
Let's say you grab me, I can do it from there.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily like a counter to a punch,
Mm-hmm.
but what we're doing is I'm trying to momentarily pin your arm so that I can hit. So what I'm doing is, right, so the reference point is a punch frozen in time. You see, when we cross like this, we both have our punches frozen in time. Nobody fights like this, but we use it as a tool to develop the technique without us having to punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what this allows you to do, this allows you to get repetition after repetition of the technique, right? So when you do this, right? Boom. Yes, you're momentarily pinning my arm so that you can hit. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that you control that, right? Even if just for a second, right? They do it in boxing all the time,
Yeah.
right? Especially this when put your hands up, they'll open like that, boom, like that, and they'll.
Yeah, you do see that.
Yeah, and what is that? That's the same thing. Drops off. Maybe not, precisely the same, but it's similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these techniques don't come from like one particular system doesn't own the technique, right? It's just body motion that the system borrowed for their particular system. You see?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a punch, like a jab. Where does a jab come from?
Boxing?
Does it? Is boxing the only one that does a jab?
No, other boxing always.
It's a straight punch, right? But they put a term on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's called a jab. So when you hear jab, you automatically think of boxing, right? It's like, can you look at something without naming it, right? Like the chair. You know it's a chair, but you put a term on it, the chair, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's never anything that you can look at it and say and not put a name on it, right? And that's the thing, right? Is that Bruce Lee wasn't concerned with the technique, right? He was concerned with the efficiency and the motion of the technique. He didn't care where it came from. You see? This is a straight punch. Your hand has the ability to punch this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, right? This is what we're looking at, right? So if let's say for example, let's say I do this. I punch like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what?
Yeah.
A jab. Now what if I punch like this? What is this?
Straight. It's just a vertical punch.
But what if I go like this? What is it now?
Upside down punch.
It's still the same thing, man. I'm just turning my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just you're punching straight and you change the angles a little bit, but it's the same punch, man. If I go like this, what is this?
Hook.
Alright, now if I go like this, what is this?
Hook.
Exactly, right? It's the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I go like this, what is this? It's a shitty hook, but it's still a hook, right?
Yeah.
There's systems that they go like this, right?
Overhand.
It's an overhand. This is a boxing overhand, but the system they'll go like that, right? It's called Chole Foot. Let me see if I get a video for you.
Shorty foot? That's the first time I've ever read it.
Chole Foot, yeah.